Good evening and welcome to Hungary Report, start of Public Media M1's foreign language news hour. I'm Csenga Gabriela Iboya with today's news from Hungary and the Carpathian Basin. Let's begin. The proportion of those unvaccinated dominates among patients with severe symptoms and deaths due to COVID, Miklós Rusvai said on M1. The virologist warned that as the rainy, colder weather sets in, various respiratory diseases will spread more widely. He added that it would be good if many of the 2.5 million people who had not been vaccinated would get their vaccine. President János ADER met with Sergio Mattarella, the president of Italy, in Rome to discuss migration and the debt crisis caused by the pandemic. They both agreed that when dealing with migration, there needs to be a clear objective, as currently chaos surrounds the issue. János ADER added that one of the most important and effective measures when it comes to migration is prevention, but we cannot allow for the problems of Africa and Asia to be carried only by the European Union. There is a full consensus in the Central Asian region that the crisis in Afghanistan must be resolved within Afghanistan. This was discussed by the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Trade in Uzbekistan, where he met with Azerbaijani, Uzbek and Turkish ministers. According to Péter Szijjártó, it's a completely realistic scenario that an outflow of 1 million will make their way from Afghanistan, which would in fact pose a very serious security risk. The government will continue its debate with Brussels on the child protection law until it wins, Máté Kocsis stated. According to the leader of the Fidesz faction, Brussels is blackmailing Hungary with the money of the Restoration Fund, but the Child Protection Act is a national competence. As Máté Kocsis added, the faction also supports the government in financing the startup of economic programs on its own until the money arrives. According to the Chamber of Commerce and Industry, it's time to get off the 30-year career path and think differently about rising wages. The president of the organization spoke on Kossuth Radio about the fact that wages should not only be treated as a cost element, but it should also be used as an economic stimulus tool. According to László Parag, a higher wage level in society increases consumption, which also increases budget revenues, and the state can also allocate more on welfare spending. And that's all for now, but don't forget you can catch Hungary Reports every night after 11 o'clock news and online as always. Do stick around and watch our German, Russian and Chinese language news. Thank you for watching and have a lovely evening.